There we go again. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Make Me Believe podcast. Please join us by the campfire as I tell my wonderful wife, Kaylin, over here. You want to say hi?
Hi.
Some scary stories and efforts of making her believe in the paranormal, supernatural, and frankly, anything that goes bump in the night. And I said take two because this is our second take. Because for some reason it latched onto a different microphone and it was all kinds of crazy. So we had to delete the whole episode. And here we are yet again.
Yes, we are. And who are you, though? Because you just completely you introduced me, and then I didn't get a chance to introduce you because you went on this take two camera action bit. So your name is Adrian.
Yes, I am the voice in the night. I am.
You're so funny. You think you're awake at night.
Yeah, no, I am the voice at night because I'm snoring like crazy. But hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Yeah. You're not awake at night.
No.
If you could be in bed right now, you would be in bed right now.
It is 6:21 and I am so for it. Let me sleep for 12 hours. I haven't done it in a long time, but I have done it.
I think the last time you did it was when you were sick.
Yeah, that was pretty great.
I think you slept for like 18 hours.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah,
I've never done that.
Yeah,
I've never done that before, and it was insane.
Yeah, you did not feel good.
And I had like 3 text messages, like, what? I've never had that many during my sleep. It's crazy.
Yeah, you were.
Just kidding.
You're dramatic. You're so very dramatic.
Oh yeah, just a little bit.
You want to tell them about last Saturday?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm gonna have to relive this again.
It's hilarious to me. It's traumatic for him.
It's so
hilarious
traumatic. Okay, so me and Kaylin has a side job. Like she has a little side business that she's been doing for how long now?
Almost 19 years.
19 years. So we're getting close on 2 decades of you washing windows. And it's residential houses. It's no skyscrapers or anything like that. It's just up to 2 stories.
Yeah.
So
if I can reach the 3rd story, I'll try.
Yeah. But anywho, so we do that every now and then.
Yeah.
And last Saturday we had 3 window jobs in the same neighborhood, just back to back. So we requested Jonah's help, and he came in and he crushed it.
He did.
I mean, we would have been there for an extra like 3 hours if we didn't have him. So
we got started at 9 a.m. A little after 9 we got started, and we got done with the last job at probably around 3 or so. Maybe 3:30 because we did fight with that one window for a good while.
Such a pain in the ass. But we finished everything, and how do you describe me? Controlled by food?
You are. When you are hungry, you are an asshole. Like, there is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You make snap decisions. You have zero impulse control whatsoever when you're hungry.
Yeah, that's when you get me at my worst.
So I have to feed him before a window job. I do not eat before a window job.
Yeah.
I do not eat during a window job. A lot of the time, he has to make me stop just to drink water because if I get the job done, then the job's done, and I can go and eat and drink, do whatever. He does not function that way. No. So I have to feed him before, or he's a grouchy butt, and I have to feed him after, or he's a grouchy butt. And he's a snippy, grouchy butt. But when he gets done, and you ask him, "Hey, what do you want to eat?"
I'm dehydrated.
I don't care. I don't care.
I'm dehydrated. I am hungry, and I just want to. I at some point I don't even want food because I'm so past the point.
Yeah, well, I don't function that way, and a lot of the times when we go to these jobs,
Robot.
I don't know the addresses. I just know how to get there because I've been going there for years.
Robot.
So a lot of the time, I will drive there, and then depending on where we are, if he's familiar with the area at all, he'll drive back. But if he's not familiar with the area, I'll drive back.
Yeah.
And so then, if I'm driving, I'll tell him, "Hey, what do you want to eat?" "I don't know. Just go anywhere." "Oh, well, he says that, but you cannot do that with him. He will get grouchy."
I can eat anything anywhere.
So when he's grouchy, he says that now because he's been fed.
You act like I'm some sort of house pet.
You are sometimes. So I asked at the first job. I got him breakfast.
Yeah.
Both him and Jonah got breakfast.
We good?
I, again, don't eat. So I didn't care. And sometimes after a job, I won't even eat. I'll just go home.
Yeah, you're good.
I don't.
Yeah, I mean, there's some small jobs that we just like.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
So, but we knew this was going to be a long day. So I said at the first job, I said, okay, what do you want to eat when we're done with this? Because if we already know where we're going, then he's not going to be grouchy because he knows he's going to get food. And I had 2 places that I had in mind for where we were going to go. And then he's like, I don't know. And
I didn't know.
He was grouchy when I asked him. He's like, well, we can worry about it later. No, we cannot. And then Jonah goes, Whataburger.
Snap decision.
I was like, all right, cool.
Good
the boy
job,
has
Joe.
spoken. We're good. So we finished that last job.
So we finished. Yeah. So we finished. And we finally get out of there about 4:00, and I'm starving.
Yeah.
And I'm driving.
Mhm.
And we're in the truck. We go to Whataburger. We order our food, and we get to the menu, and it's this
to the window.
Yeah, to the window. Sorry. And it's this skinny white dude with thin straggly hair.
And he's got like really big, expressive, creepy eyes.
Yes, and he's got very creepy eyes. So I'm fishing out my wallet. I'm fishing out my card from my wallet, and he goes, "Oh," in this exact tone. He goes, "Oh, I see a xenomorph." And I see, oh, what's that? What's that? Oh, it's a velociraptor skeleton. It was very nice. And he's like, oh, and what's that on your other forearm? He's like, turn. Oh, it looks like a homeless man. Yeah. I was like, it's Jason Voorhees. And he goes, oh, I know. You're perfect.
Yeah.
And he tilts his head down and he looks at me with his eyes.
It has the creepiest.
Like, it goes from ear to ear.
It was like Pennywise. I was trying to figure out which one it reminded me of. It reminded me of a Pennywise smile.
Yeah, it was straight up a Pennywise smile. And it was so creepy.
But wait, guys, this gets so much better.
And so I was like, okay. And then he takes my card. He swipes it, rings it up, gives me the receipt. He goes, okay, and he just like walks off. Disappears. And then
Adrian looks over at me, so uncomfortable. He's like, what just happened?
And then I hear from the back from Jonah. He goes, what the hell was that?
Actually, he said, what the H was that?
What the H was that? Yeah, because he'll curse every now and then. Nothing big,
We tell him, we'll let him. He'll ask.
Yes,
he's so cute. He'll ask if it's like a serious situation. He stubs his toe or something. He'll look at me and he'll go, "Can I say it?" And I'm like, "What do you want to say?" He's like, "I want to say the D word." And I'm like, "Why?" "I stubbed my toe." "Okay, yeah, sure." And he'll go, "Damn it!"
So the 2 words that he lets fly is hell and crap.
Yeah, and then sometimes we'll tell him, hell is not an appropriate word for this situation.
But he was like, "What the H was that?" And I was like, "I know, right?" And so it was so weird. And then here's where it gets really creepy. So we're waiting there because you're at Whataburger. You're gonna wait for a minute.
Yeah, which is to me is good because I do like a good Whataburger.
Yes.
And the fact that it's not like super quick means they're actually cooking the food. 100%. So I appreciate that.
So you wait for quality. So
and we waited.
Yeah, and we waited for a few minutes. Now, the guy doesn't come back to the window.
We never see.
Well, we see him one more.
We never see him at the window again.
Yes, we don't see him at the window again. There's this one chick. She comes up and then she has our food and she's handing us some stuff. And then behind her is the guy, and he's putting on a backpack and he's taking off his vest and he goes, "I'm leaving," and he just walks. And I'm like, we gotta go. And then as we're driving away, we're getting on the highway, and then what did you say?
You were like, I'm a little concerned that he's leaving at the same time. He's getting off shift at the same time we're leaving. And I was like, yeah, you should also be concerned because he had your card information. He's got your first and last name. He's like, really? Why would you tell me that? I was like, also, we were in line long enough that he probably got the VIN on the truck, probably can figure out where you live from that. And he goes, why would you do that?
And so I don't think I got under 90 heading.
Yeah, we were making fun of him the whole way back that he was going to be stalked by a serial killer.
I was going to get skinned alive. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
He literally, there was no mistaking it. He said the words, "You're perfect."
Yeah, in a creepy ass
way. And he had like
You
those.
had he had a 14-year-old witness like get uncomfortable with that, like from
Yeah.
the back of the truck.
Yeah.
And
you know how you look in those pictures sometimes when you see, if you've ever watched like body cam videos
Mhm.
and things, and you see like the mug shot of the person, or you see them in the middle of their tirade, and you look at the eyes and you go, this person's crazy.
Yeah,
That
that
guy
was him.
had crazy eyes.
100%. So we're on high alert still.
Yep.
We probably will be for the next 2 months.
What did I say earlier that made it was like super creepy too when we were eating?
I don't remember.
Whatever it was. It was hilarious, and it gave Adrian the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, not a fan. So, yeah, that was that. It's still stuck pretty fresh in my mind.
Yep.
And I had to paint the picture of what this dude looked like, and
Yeah,
all of that.
creepy. It was hilarious.
Yes. So, I mean, yeah, I'm tatted up. Got a couple tats on my forearms. Very xenomorph from Aliens, and then Jurassic
You
Park.
have like what, 6, 7,
8.
8? What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, 6. I forgot about the ones on your arms.
Yeah.
Top ones.
But I mean, it's not heavily tatted up, but I mean, they cover a good portion of my forearms.
Yeah.
But so he's pointing them out. That's not new. I don't get creeped out by that.
You know, people point them out to you all the time.
Yeah.
That happened today.
Yeah. And oh my goodness, I'm 90% sure I'm gonna wake up one day strapped to something.
I will be fine because he didn't pay attention to me at all.
No, he's gonna kidnap me.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And you leave for work early so you can go to the gym. So he's probably like watching you, getting your routine down.
Oh no, why?
And then
Why would you do
he'll
this
get
to
you
me?
either en route to the gym, or he'll get you as you're getting out of the vehicle to go into the gym because it's still dark out. Yeah.
Nope.
See, this is why you should be like me and have a total gym, and then you can just work out at home.
Let's talk about this total gym for a second.
I love the
total gym. Okay.
Well, hold up. First, it pinched me and it gave me a bruise, and so now I have a bruise on my left knuckle going down to like right above my,
No, it's a big
like
bruise,
where the thumb connects.
So,
it's great.
so you call, like I call you after work, as I usually do. As soon as I get off work, I get in my vehicle, head home, and give you a call.
You had an appointment that day too.
Yes, and so you're like, "Hey, I got some good news." I was like, "What?"
We were talking about other things too. It wasn't just this.
But you threw it in.
I did.
Just matter of factly, you're like, "Hey, there's this guy on Facebook Marketplace, and he's selling a total gym."
In my defense, I said was.
What? Okay,
because
didn't hear that part.
Was is past tense.
Whatever.
Because he was selling them.
So, because he has a total gym for sale. It's a $900 total gym for $100.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, all the accessories and everything.
And I was like, all right, that's cool. And then you go, oh well, he also has another one that he had for his wife, but they don't use it, so he's just gonna throw that one in if we buy it.
He's like, I just want him gone.
Yeah, just want him gone.
Get him out of here.
I was like, oh, that's nice, and I just let it be.
Yeah.
Lo and behold, I'm sitting on the couch later, and I'm doing something. What was I doing?
I think you were watching TV with the boys, or you were watching. You had just gotten home, and you were putting something on TV.
Yeah,
and then we got home.
And then you're like, I'll be right back. And then you go out to the vehicle, and then you start just unloading boxes. And it's you had already bought both the total gyms.
Mm-hmm.
So you weren't telling me, like asking for anything.
No, I was telling you because you asked me. You're like, are you going to get them? And I said yes. You asked me. You said, are you going to get them? I was like, yeah.
No, I asked, are you thinking about getting them?
And I said, yeah.
And so that didn't tell me certain. So anywho, we're now proud owners of the. I want to look like Chuck Norris, not current Chuck Norris. But
but he swore by we had one when I was a kid.
Did you?
Oh yeah, and I loved it.
I just remember waking up, 2 a.m. because I left the TV on, and then seeing Chuck Norris working out on a total gym.
Yeah.
And being excited about it.
Yeah. So we have 2 now, and it's really exciting because it's safe enough that the kids can use them, and the little one is very excited about it because he was begging me when we were, because I hate going to the gym, but we had a membership to a gym, and he would beg me to let him go, and I'm like, you cannot legally, I cannot bring you in there.
Yeah.
Oh man. So he's very excited because he can use this once I show him how everything works, and as long as I don't want him to drop it on himself because the thing can drop quick if you're not careful. But I'll show him how to use it, and then he can use it, and he's so excited. When I told him he could use it, he was like, "Oh, really?" Yes. Cool. Like, you're hilarious. But it did give me a bruise because I was trying to set it up, and I was closing. After I set it up, I was closing it, and my hand kind of slipped on the metal a little bit, and I pinched it.
Yeah,
And
it's got a big bruise.
Yeah, it's not. It's much less today than it was yesterday, but boy, howdy, it hurts.
So, all right. Okay.
Yeah. It's
You're
great.
perfect. It's so creepy.
I've been doing that to him all week too, though.
It's so creepy. I'm not comfortable with it. But okay, are you ready for some stories?
I mean, are they perfect? No, wait, that's you. You're perfect.
You're so
Okay,
sweet.
how many stories do you have?
I have 2.
You have 2. Do you have any longies?
I have 1 longie and 1 medium.
Okay.
What do you want? Do you want the medium?
I want
Do
to
you
take a
want
nap.
the long?
Oh, not that. I don't know. Because last time your definition of a medium was like super long. And then at the end you were like, oh, I guess that was a long one.
This one, yeah, it's about a medium. Okay, so we'll go with the medium first.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Bring it on.
There you go. Okay. So this first story is by Reddit user FineString2763. All right. We haven't heard any stories from them.
Fine.
Yes, FINE dash string 2763. And this story is titled, I think the clown decoration at the Halloween store is a real person.
No, absolutely not.
Yes.
I'm going home.
Okay. Well, you are home.
No.
So let's get into it. When I was a kid, I used to have a huge curiosity for anything scary. I was a bit of a wuss-puss, though. Even though I enjoyed that stuff, sometimes I couldn't stand looking at it. Throughout my family, it was common knowledge that I really enjoyed watching scary videos, researching scary movies that I wasn't allowed to see, and going to Halloween stores. One day, one of my family members decided to take me to one of the Halloween stores that had opened in my area. I don't remember the name of it, but I do remember it had a pumpkin on top of the building. I don't remember much about the inside of the store, but I had a big fear of zombies. So I do remember a creepy zombie sign kind of freaking me out. After we had finished looking at everything, I asked my family member if we could go to Chipotle. They agreed. As we were walking out, we walked past this clown statue. The weird thing is, I'm pretty sure that the entrance and the exit were through the exact same door. The fact that I didn't notice the clown as I walked in is very odd to me. I don't remember it being an animatronic. I never really saw it move. I do remember what it looked like, though. It had a mix of white and gray for the skin color, a very short and wide body type. It had these massive red shoes and a red nose. It had this crazy, wide smile. For its clothing, I believe it was black and white stripes, but there was also some yellow overalls. I also remember it holding an axe with green dripping goo. I was extremely creeped out and confused as I walked past it in the store. Its eyes seemed to follow me. Its grin seeming to get wider. I don't know why these memories are so vivid for me, and why I remember so much about this day. But I do. After leaving the Halloween store, me and my family member drove to Chipotle. They left me in the car and locked the door. As I was sitting there holding an iPad, something in one of the rearview mirrors caught my eye.
Oh, hell no.
I saw the clown from the store standing directly behind the car. I know that I was a younger kid, but I didn't have an active imagination like that. I never hallucinated. This is the only occurrence that my parents ever really heard me speaking about. I remember looking and staring into its eyes through the mirror, and I felt like every time I looked away, it seemed to get closer.
Stop looking away!
There was nobody in the parking lot, so there was nobody who could see it. My only family members was inside the Chipotle and was not facing me. I freaked out and opened the car door, which set off the alarm. A couple of people ran out because they saw a kid standing there alone and freaked out with the blaring car alarm. As I got out of the car, I looked behind me and it was no longer there. As I drove home, I got this uneasy feeling, as if I was being watched. It was just me and my family member in the car, but the weight on my chest didn't go away. That night, I went to bed. At the time, I shared a room with my older sister. As I sat in bed and dozed off, I remember having a strange dream. From the fan in my room, there was a zombie baby clown thing tied from its feet, hanging from the fan.
Why?
There were lightning flashes, and my room was warped. I was the only person there. At the time, I was sleeping on a mattress on the floor and had a little tent with an elephant projector that showed stars, while my older sister got the bed. After my nightmare, I woke up with a strange feeling. I remember my hands feeling shaky and feeling like I had to throw up. Then, my glance shifted to my doorway. In the doorway, I could see the faintest eyes and a smile appearing from the dark. As I stared at it, the face started to become more clear. It was the face of that clown from the store. I tried to think of many things that it could have possibly happened and why I was seeing this. People have asked if it maybe could have been my family member playing a prank on me because they knew I was creeped out after seeing it in the store. My family member lived very far away from me and had no way to get into my house. I had tried to think of it could have been a dream, but it wasn't. The reason I know this is because after seeing the thing, I immediately freaked out, obviously. I stood up very slowly, not breaking eye contact, and I crawled into my sister's bed. I shook her awake and looked away for 1 minute. When I looked back and my sister had woken up, the clown was gone. In the morning, when I looked at the floor, I saw footprints that were extremely long leading to the side of the bed. We had the type of carpet that easily got imprinted on, just for context. I don't know why this specific story from my childhood is stuck in my head, but it has. Now that I'm grown, I tend to dismiss the story even more, just blaming it on my overactive imagination. And I have for years. That was until last week. I had gone out with my friends for a movie, and since there is a smoothie place right across the street, we just kind of walked there for dinner. I had to take some work calls, and my friends all had somewhere else they had to be, so eventually, I was the only one left inside the store, other than the workers. As I walked outside, the parking lot was almost empty. I know I said we were getting dinner, but this was really late at night, like almost 1 in the morning. As I started walking towards my car, I got that feeling of being watched or stalked by something. As I approached my car from the front, I saw something shuffle in the back seat.
Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Hell no.
I decided to change my angle and started going to the side of the car to look through the passenger window. That's when I saw it. The clown. It was smiling at me.
Oh, hell no.
I ran away back into the smoothie shop and told the smoothie person to call 911. I had my phone in my hand, but I was just so shaken that I wasn't even thinking. As the cops arrived, I told them that somebody was in the backseat of my car. They opened up my car and searched it, finding nothing. That was until they found a couple of hairs. Green hairs. They told me I was safe and it was just probably somebody playing a prank on me because it was getting close to Halloween, but I know that isn't true. It has gotten worse since then. Earlier today, I found my front door wide open, and I have the same type of carpet from when I was a kid. When I woke up yesterday morning, I saw these giant footprints leading to the side of my bed, and then turning around and going back out of my bedroom. I feel like I'm no longer safe. I feel like one day it's going to get me. I don't know what it is. I don't think it's an animatronic or a clown statue decoration. I remember as sleepovers, they would always tell this story of a babysitter asking to put a cloth over a clown statue. The twist ended up being some murderer in the house. I have this feeling that soon I'm going to be the babysitter. And some variation of the story, the babysitter escaped, but in some of the other ones, she wasn't so lucky. And I don't know what this thing is. A ghost, a demon, a person playing a prank, a killer. I don't know what to do. The police think it's someone playing a prank on me, and I think that I'm just imagining things from my childhood. I'm not so sure anymore. A couple of days after the car incident, I also had another encounter. My friend asked if I would go with them to pick something up that they bought off Poshmark. The person lived nearby. I was waiting in the car for my friend to get done because he had walked into the house, and the same thing happened. I just saw it in the rearview mirror, just staring at me. This time was different though. It wasn't smiling anymore. It was frowning. Its face dripping, as if it had been melted. This time, I didn't get out of the car. I just sat there, keeping eye contact with it, until my friend got out of the house. When I asked her if she saw it, she said she had no idea what I was talking about. As I'm writing this, I feel if I'm being watched. I keep hearing these footsteps pacing back and forth between the hallway. I hear breathing, but I'm so nervous I can't even tell if it's my own breath anymore. I told my friends about it, and they don't believe me. They've called me crazy. Most of them have blocked me. I don't know how much longer I can take all of this. It is going to keep showing up more and more until it gets whatever it wants. I just want all of this to end up being a prank and it just being over. I need it to end. I don't need advice. By the time you guys give it, I will probably be gone.
Shit.
I will update you guys tomorrow. The end. Ooh.
Well, that's effed up.
Right?
You got some shitty friends, man.
Just a wee bit.
Like, I mean, that would be like me blocking you because of the things you believe in. That's interesting.
Right?
Okay.
You're going to block me now, aren't you?
I mean, I don't think I've ever blocked you before.
No, I hope not. But there's time, you know? So, that was creepy.
Yeah. Here's what I'd do.
Go for it. Tell me.
I would just ask it, what do you want?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That's it? Just start talking to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've been following me since I was a kid, mother effer. What do you want?
Mm-hmm.
What do you want?
Sure.
Yeah. Let's air it out. Let's go. I don't have time for this. Tell me what you want or go away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whew. Not a fan.
You do not like clowns.
I hate clowns.
Yeah. Which
They
is funny
freak me
because
out.
you do have that mat over there that my sister gave you for Christmas that
Yes.
has a creepy clown on it.
Yes, it is Art the Clown from Terrifier.
And you also like it.
It.
Either one of those, either the original one or the remake.
Yes, it's true.
You've also listened to the book.
Yes, this is true.
And you watched Welcome to Derry.
Yes.
Does he live in Derry by chance?
I don't know.
Probably.
Probably?
Yeah, it's probably
Okay.
where he lives.
Oh, okay.
Makes sense.
All right, sure. So, creepy.
Incredibly.
That got you a little bit.
That was, I mean, it was not quite to the same level as the kid being in the back seat.
Yeah, that one you audibly
Yeah,
gasped.
that,
Wait,
but
hold on. Play the gasp. Okay, thank you.
that one did throw me for a loop because I anticipated him being at the front of the vehicle,
Mhm.
not in the vehicle. Um, but it is. I'm curious. Would you be able to catch it on camera?
Ooh.
Because you saw actual green hairs.
There's actual green hairs,
Could
and then
you?
there was footprints in the carpet.
Yeah. Could you catch it on camera?
I don't know. That is interesting.
I try to come up with interesting things.
Okay, I like it.
You also may just want to go see a priest. Just throwing that out there as an option.
Yeah. Sure. Burn sage. See a priest. Get the exorcist going on.
Do you know
Bless
what
the
else
house.
I find interesting?
But it's not blessing, like, he'd have to put a blessing on you because it's following you.
Yeah.
Okay, not just in just one place, it's just following you.
But you need to.
Go see a witch doctor.
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
You need to bless your house so that your house is blessed so that it can't cross the threshold.
Find somebody who dabbles in hoodoo.
No.
No?
No.
Oh, we found something, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh. Okay. All right.
But here's what I find interesting.
Go for it.
As far as I'm aware,
Mm-hmm.
and please correct me if I'm wrong,
I always do.
the only Christian religion
Mhm.
that does anything with possessions and cleansing of the houses and all that stuff that does it are Catholics.
Mm-hmm.
So why do none of the others?
Why none of the others?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
I mean, you don't just walk up to a Baptist preacher and go, "Hey, I need you to come cleanse my house from a demon I think is chilling there."
You just gave me the best image in my head. It's you get a big old Baptist preacher coming in, and like this lady's haunted, tied up to the bed, and just yelling out all these profanities, doing crazy. And then the preacher's like, "Be gone, Satan!" And then you get the choir in the background, like, "Ah!" It's just so stupid. I'll shut up now.
I don't want to talk to you anymore.
So
I'm dumbfounded by the words that just come out of your mouth.
It's so great. Okay, all right. We're gonna get to the next story.
I don't think I want to at this point. I think I want to go home.
All right.
I want to be done now.
Too bad.
I asked a legitimate question. Like that was I was genuinely curious. Like it was full on legitimate.
Yeah. And
then you do whatever the hell that just was. See?
You gotta admit.
No, I don't have to admit anything.
That's hilarious.
No. No. You're insane.
The homeowners are just, just going with it. Okay, all right. Okay, we're going to get into the next story. Are you ready?
No. I'm mad at you now. Legitimate question. I like it. See,
we'll look into it. Okay, we'll look into it. We'll look into it.
You just make fun of me.
We will look into it.
Make fun of me.
Because you did ask a valid question.
Yeah.
But I can't help that. That's what came into my head.
Yeah, no, but you could help speaking it out of your mouth.
I think that's premium content right there.
I think you're insane.
Okay.
This is why trees hate you.
Oh, my jaw hurts.
Your jaw hurts?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Boo. Hoo.
Are you ready?
No. I don't like you anymore.
Please?
No.
Please?
No.
Please?
No.
Please?
No.
Love you.
Maybe. It's entirely debatable.
Okay. Are you ready for the next one?
Bring it on.
There you go. Okay. All right. So this next story, as you try to be quiet and hiding the pretzels, comes from Reddit user Orange PLR. Yeah. Orange PLR.
Is that supposed to be like healer?
Oh. Oh my goodness! Just yep. That you connected the dots.
Mic drop.
Mic drop. Boom. Mic drop. Walk away. It's goosebumps. Walk away. Whatever. Anyway, I like that. Thank you very much. All right, this comes from abbreviated orange peeler. And it is titled "Some haunted houses know exactly what you're scared of, and they don't end when you leave." Yeah. Okay. So here we go. This is something I don't like to talk about. For the past year, I've tried the hardest I possibly could to bury these events to the furthest cavern of my mind. Because I've been scared if I tried to truly process them, something in me would break and not be able to be unbroken. But it's Halloween again, and I think it's time. I think it's time I faced it. My neighbors had always been sort of reclusive. They certainly weren't unfriendly, or at least I didn't think they were based on the few times we've interacted, but they were quiet, private people. There were certain things about them that made me think that they had much more to them than I would ever know about. I hardly ever saw them outside during the day, but at night, all the lights would be on, for example, and their curtains were always drawn. The main thing that made me feel this way, though, was what they did on Halloween. Every single Halloween, without fail, they had a haunted house.
Okay.
Not one of those huge publicly advertised ones with paid admissions at the door, although it did seem very thought out. It was free and homemade. But over the years, news spread like wildfire, and soon, every time, there were floods of people coming in and out. Some of them even waited outside before it was open, before it even got dark out. The kids from the surrounding neighborhoods loved it. Last year, there was a man standing outside the gate to stop people from going in too early. I wasn't sure who he was, because he wore a ghoulish mask over his face, but he was tall and stood perfectly still as the kids tried to get him to react. They teased him, bribed him, but he wouldn't move. But, periodically, he would jump out at them, and they would all scream and giggle and scatter into the streets. I saw this happening on my way home from the store. The sun was setting over the horizon, dusting all the houses in an eerie shade of gold that never looked the same any other night of the year. And I remember I had severely put off getting Halloween candy until the last second. The shelves had been nearly picked clean by the time I got there. "You've never been?" Amy asked, toying with her mask. It made her too sweaty to keep on, but she refused to abandon it, as it was part of her costume. We were all past the point where dressing up was considered embarrassing, and at the age now where it had cycled back around to seriously committing to the holiday. She was dressed as the Yellow Power Ranger, and all night we had been teasing her about it. "Put on some real clothes," one of us would say. "Girls only dress slutty on Halloween. So shameful." And she would glare and say, "Do you see even an inch of my skin right now? Keep it in your pants." Nope. Never. I dumped mini Snickers into an orange pumpkin-shaped bowl. Never really had time for it, and it's always so crowded over there. She shoved a spare lollipop she found into her mouth and grinned. "We have time before the party." No, we don't, Jason called from the bathroom, poking his head around the corner to stare her down. He had an eye patch on, and he was scrunching gel into his brown hair. Avery will fucking murder me if we're late, I said. I'd help. I said I help make punch. Amy rolled her eyes. It takes 2 seconds to make punch. You just pour a bunch of shit in a bowl. Clearly, you don't understand the artistry of making good punch. I'm with Amy, Seth muttered from the couch where he was reclining, his white painted face glowing from behind his phone screen. I think we should go. It sounds fun. You just want to hold her when she gets scared in there. I butt in, tossing the empty bag of candy at the trash can. I missed it by an inch. Ah, come on, man. Don't say that shit. My girlfriend has ears in these walls. Fine. Then you want to hold Jason. Please, Jason called out, invisible again behind the door. I've been waiting for him to make a move for months. Amy snorted, and then her face contorted, serious again. When's the last time any of you actually felt freaked out on Halloween? It's definitely not actually scary in there, I said. I was warming up to the idea. I had always been curious, but I didn't want them to get their hopes up and then be sorely disappointed. Kids are allowed in. Perfect for you, pansies, she responded. Let's do it, please. Fine, Jason emerged, his hair apparently done to his liking now. He tucked his billowy white pirate shirt into his pants. The punch can wait an extra few minutes, I guess. By the time we got next door, it was fully dark out. A group of preteens sprinted through the gate, nearly running into us, shoving each other and laughing uproariously. Dude, you totally shit yourself, one of them shouted. I adjusted my bare ears. The band was far too tight, and it was already starting to give me a headache. The man who had been guarding the gate was gone now, and people were flowing in and out freely. As we walked through, I checked my phone, just to make sure we weren't missing anything. I frowned. It was at 10%. I could have sworn it was fully charged before we left my house. I would have to ask Avery if I could borrow a charger. The yard was decorated with various silly things, like cheap cloth ghosts and spiders hanging from the trees. Jason pretended to scream at one of them, stumbling backwards, and Amy shoved him. You have to get immersed. Take it seriously. The path people were meant to take was lined with caution tape. It led into my neighbor's basement, and then I assumed up through the house and back through the front door. It definitely wouldn't take us very long to get through if that was all there was. A small chill ran up my spine as we took the steps down to the basement. But I was pretty sure it was just a regular basement chill, not an especially unique one. There were real cobwebs on the railing, and I tried to avoid getting them stuck to my fuzzy outfit. As we took the last step, another cloth spider fell down from above, right in front of our faces, eyes glowing an artificial red. Seth took a small step back, and Jason laughed, poking him in the ribs. Don't tap already, big guy. Seth frowned, shaking his head. It startled me a little. Shut up. There were a couple people down there, milling around. It looked like there was unusually more of a storage room the rest of the year. There were shelves lined with hundreds of jars, filled with what looked like canned fruits and vegetables. It was like they were preparing for the apocalypse. When I got closer, I could see that some of them had been replaced by fake eyeballs and fingers. Things like that. I bit back a smile. So cheesy. There was thumping from upstairs. And then someone shrieked playfully. It was so distracting. By the sound, I didn't notice. I was so distracted by the sound, I didn't notice the person creeping up on us until it was too late. A man wearing a clown mask and all white jumped at us, roaring. Jason yelped and scrambled away, his hands flying out to protect himself, and Amy burst into laughter. Who's scared now? I opened my mouth to chime in, but right then, my phone rang. For some reason, it sounded louder than usual, and I felt embarrassed, as if I'd left my ringer on in a movie theater. I ducked away to check it. It was my mom. My heart sunk even though it was silly. She was probably calling to wish me a happy Halloween. But lately, I got anxious every time she called. I was always sure it must be bad news. I picked it up, raising my hands to my friends, as if to say, 1 second. Hi, Mom, I said cheerfully. What's up? How are you? There was a silence on the other end, for a little too long, for comfort. And then I heard a strange wheezing sound. I frowned. Mom? Are you okay? Is Dad okay? More quiet. Just that strange breathing. Then I heard her speak, soft and ragged, and my blood ran cold. Kenny? I bit the inside of my cheek. Yes, Mom. It's Kenny. What's going on? What's going on? I suddenly froze. Suddenly, there was a lump in my throat, and I couldn't swallow. I could barely even get a breath in. This conversation felt far too familiar and far too vivid. It felt like a nightmare I had countless times since my dad's diagnosis. It felt deeply wrong. Mom? I said slowly. Do you know where you are right now? Suddenly, it was like the air came back into the room, and my mother's voice rang out bright and happy like usual. Kenny? Honey, I'm having trouble hearing you. I took a deep breath. Sorry, Mom. I think there's a bad connection. I'm in a basement right now. In a basement? Oh my. Are you making bad decisions? I smiled, relief washing over me. It had just been a service issue. Everything was okay. No, Mom. I'm in a haunted house. Scary. That sounds like fun. It is. I can't talk long. People are looking at me weird. I looked up to check if it was, in fact, true. But to my surprise, the basement was completely empty now.
No, get out.
All of the people who had been exploring before were gone, including my friends. They must have gone upstairs without me. Assholes. That's alright, honey. I just called to say Happy Halloween. Your dad and I are watching scary movies and giving out candy tonight. At the mention of my dad, I smiled. It was okay. Everyone was okay. Good, Mom. That sounds nice. I love you, Kenny. I love you too. Tell Dad I said hi. I will, baby. Talk to you soon. The line went dead. Now that I wasn't on the phone, it felt much more creepy down here, all alone. The house was completely silent. I couldn't even hear anything from upstairs anymore. I wondered for a second if my friends were planning a prank, if as soon as I got up there, they were all going to jump out at me. I rolled my eyes at the thought. The staircase was dark, save for a single orange bulb and the dim glow from what looked like a kitchen at the top. I sighed and began to climb, mentally preparing myself to be jump scared. There couldn't have been more than 10 steps, but halfway up, I started to feel confused. I'd been walking for far too long. I hadn't counted them, but surely I had taken more than that. After what had to be around 20 more seconds, my confusion grew. Had it really been that many more steps than I thought? Had it been some sort of trick of the light? Right when I was about to turn around and look back down into the basement, I reached the door. Before I could step through, it slammed shut in my face,
Oh, hell
and
no.
I fell backwards in surprise, my heart hammering in my chest. I prepared for the fall, for the tumble back down the concrete steps, for my head to smack into something hard. But it didn't come. I did hit the steps, and a sharp pain shot up my tailbone, but I wasn't falling down. I slowly turned and looked behind me, and up the stairs to the kitchen door. I turned back around, and I was looking at the basement I had just been in. My mind felt like I was short-circuiting. How could that be possible? I got up wincing and brushing myself off. Hello? Is anyone down there? There was no response.
Good.
I moved back into the basement. Everything looked the same. Still, the shelves were canned food and cloth spiders by the door. And the cloth spider by the door. The huge, very closed metal door. I tried the handles. I yanked with all my strength. They wouldn't budge. There was no going back that way. I told myself this could still be a prank. Closing the door could be at least. Everything else I just couldn't think about. Not until I got out of here. I was feeling seriously unnerved, and I just needed to find my friends and leave. Fuck the haunted house. I would much rather be in a cozy house party drinking Jason's way too strong punch and complimenting people's costumes. I turned back to the stairs, and without planning too far ahead, I sprinted up them, taking 2 steps at a time. I slammed through the door into the kitchen, almost falling flat on my face when I swung it open without any protest. I was in my neighbor's kitchen. I looked around, taking it in. They had a fridge covered in magnets and a little island decorated with tiny pumpkins. It didn't seem very scary in here. But no one was here. The room was completely empty. Jason? I called out, trying to keep the shakiness out of my voice. Amy? Seth? This isn't fucking funny. Where are you guys? I took another step as I looked around. Fear flooded back in, and my hands began to tremble. It was like the second I looked away from something, it changed. I could have every detail of the pictures on the wall memorized, but as soon as I looked at something else and then back, it was different. It was like the house was warping out of the corner of my eye. And I recognized that it was warping into. I recognized what it was warping into. It was my kitchen. It was my parents' kitchen, exactly the same as it had been last time I had seen it. I reached out and touched the counter, as if my hand might phase through it. Same old cold tile, vastly different from the smooth wood it had been a second ago. I could hear someone talking, but the voice was far away and distant, like they were in another room. I struggled to determine whether it was real or just in my head. It sounded like my mother's voice. I realized, but that was impossible. All of this was impossible. In a basement? Oh my. Are you making bad decisions? Her voice was muffled through the walls, but I could just barely make out what she was saying. Mom? I called out, and it came out weak. It sounded like a child, lost and scared in the supermarket. Kenny? Honey? I'm having trouble hearing you. I swore I could just barely make someone responding to her. So quiet, so far away. It was my voice. I forced my legs to move. My eyes felt watery, and my entire body was ice cold. But I took one step after another into the next room, following the sound. I opened the door into my childhood bedroom. My mother's voice was gone, leaving only heavy, complete silence. Outside of my window, beyond the windowsill lined with action figures, it was sunny and bright. Too bright to see my backyard, or what would have been my backyard had this been real. Everything was exactly how it had been when I was little, down to the color of my bed sheets, down to the lint on my carpet and the water stain on my ceiling. My stomach twisted painfully, and I could brace myself against the wall so I didn't collapse. I stepped in front of my old mirror. I needed to look at myself. I needed to see the stupid bear costume I'd put on that afternoon and laughed with my friends about entering this house wearing. I needed to understand something, anything, so I could feel grounded, so I know I was still real. When I saw my reflection, I almost jumped out of my skin. I almost sprinted back out of the room, but I couldn't move. I didn't recognize the person looking at me. For a moment, I thought I had been wrong. It was a door and not a mirror, but behind the man I was looking at was an inverted version of the bedroom I was standing in, an exact replica. The man was wearing my costume, but his face was wrong. I stepped closer, my knees weak. The man stepped closer too. This was me. This was me, but I didn't recognize myself. I touched my face. My reflection did too. My reflection's expression contorted into one of agonizing horror. I felt my own face scrunching up and the tears that were welling up in my eyes. In another room, I heard a knock. Then 3 more.
No.
Knock, 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 knock. Yep. The way it cut through the thick silence made it sound almost deafening, despite being far away. I turned towards the door. My reflection did too. Slowly, very slowly, I left my bedroom. I was in my parents' living room. The TV was on, like it always was, playing some kind of scary movie, but the sound must have been muted. Knock, knock, knock. Someone was knocking on the door across the room from me. It started soft, but I got increasingly desperate. Someone really wanted to be let in. I just stared at my own front door, the front door from my childhood, the front door I had seen 1,000,000 times, entered and exit through 1,000,000 times, knew like the back of my hand, the front door that I could not possibly be standing in front of right now. And I finally started to cry. Kenny! My dad's voice came from the other side. The knocking momentarily ceased. Kenny, are you in there? I said nothing. I did nothing. I searched the deepest recesses of my mind for the truth, for what was really happening here, for where I was, and I realized I couldn't remember. I couldn't remember anything. I couldn't remember getting here. I couldn't remember who I had come here with, what I had been doing, why we had been doing it. I couldn't remember who I was. Let me in, buddy, my dad said. His voice was broken and small. Please? I'm scared. I walked to the door. I don't remember deciding to do it or telling my body to move at all. Please let me in, Kenny. Please open the door.
Don't do it.
I don't know what's going on. What's wrong with me?
A lot. Don't do it.
I reached out. My fingers touched the smooth brass doorknob. Hello?
Oh.
A voice came from behind me, violently snapping me out of it. It was a different voice. Not a distant one, a real one. A woman's voice. I turned around. My neighbor stood in the doorway. The doorway of the room that was now completely different. A room that wasn't my parents' living room, staring at me with a strange look on both of their faces. The man was holding 2 grocery bags, and the woman was holding her chest as if I had startled her. I opened my mouth, but no sound would come out. I felt numb. I felt broken down and useless. I didn't feel human anymore. "What are you doing here?" the woman tried again. "Goodness, sweetheart, are you okay? Did you pee yourself?" I looked down. I don't know how I didn't notice, but I had. My bear costume had a dark patch down one of my legs, but I couldn't feel the warmth on my skin. I couldn't feel anything. I, uh, uh, I, I tried, but my voice broke. I tried again. The haunted house. I was with my friends. We came for the haunted house. The woman's face changed, twisted into one of pity and confusion rather than alarm. "Halloween isn't until tomorrow, sweetheart. We're not doing the haunted house yet." I shook my head, but I had no fight in me. I had no argument. "Oh," was all I could muster. The woman stepped toward me. My heart began to race again, and it felt like at this point it just might explode. "Come here. Sit down. I can get you some fresh clothes, okay? Who can we call?" I shook my head again. I didn't want to sit down. I just wanted to get out of here. She was holding her hand out to me like I was a wild animal. Something that might bite her if she wasn't gentle. I looked back at the door. It wasn't my front door anymore. It was the inside of one that I have never seen before. Without hesitating further, I yanked it open and spilled down the steps, the cold night air enveloping me instantly. I slammed into Jason. My friend laughed and slammed his hand onto my back, and I flinched. I couldn't breathe. My vision was blurry. I tried to look around, tried to comprehend my surroundings. We were in the yard again, and it was Halloween. The same cheesy decorations hung from the tree. There were the same children giggling and teasing each other in the streets, lugging around around all their candy. "Dude, we lost you in there. Are you okay?" "He looked like he'd seen a ghost," Amy said. She was eating another lollipop. Everything came flooding back to me all at once. "I don't blame you," Seth said, smiling at me, showing me his fake vampire teeth. "That guy with the chainsaw was actually pretty terrifying. I'm glad we went." I didn't know what to say. Had any of that been real? Had they seriously not experienced anything that I just had? Or was it some kind of trick too? He's speechless," Amy joked, but she looked a little worried. "Come on, man. Let's get to that party. A beer will fix you up." I nodded, forcing a smile. I didn't want to tell them. I know which was worse. I didn't know which was worse, if it really had happened, or if it hadn't. I never told them what happened to me. Now it's Halloween again. I can hear the kids outside already lined up in front of the neighbor's haunted house, eager to go in. I've been dreading this day all year, but I had been prepared. I had nearly convinced myself it was okay, and that it really was just a weird hallucination, or maybe some kind of joke that I was never let in on. But this morning, my mom called me. I didn't pick up. Something felt off about it. And then she called again and again. She's calling me right now, and my phone is sitting on the table. And I swear, I'm starting to hear knocking at the door.
Oh, no.
The end. Oy. Oy.
Whatever you do, don't open that door.
Oh my goodness, that was creepy.
I wonder what would have happened if he'd grabbed her hand.
Oh yeah. You think he would have been like stuck there forever?
Yeah.
Put in an endless loop?
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been scary.
Yeah.
Huh.
What's it with the clowns, man? It's 2 with clowns in them.
I know. I kind of went with the theme there, and it was fear. I went with fear today. I don't know if you got that.
Halloween. I got Halloween and clowns is what I got.
Halloween and clowns. Okay, you know what? That's close enough.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the story, and it was creepy.
Only a lot.
Only a lot.
Mm-hmm. It's very interesting that it was suddenly the day before, and then as soon as he got outside, it was back to being Halloween.
Right? Like, what is going on in there?
Creepy.
Yes, that was great writing. Both stories, great writing.
Oh, yeah. Creepy.
Yeah.
Creepy. I literally just thought of the best prank to do to you.
No.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah.
I carry pew-pews.
You do not, actually. I do. You do not.
Well, I will be carrying them from now on in this house.
Okay. Good luck.
Okay. Anywho, scary.
Yes.
That's all I can say. I have.
Yeah, that's trippy.
That was a good one.
It's very trippy.
Both of them. Oh my goodness, this is a creepy episode. I will say
Yeah.
that.
This feels like we should have done this around Halloween.
Yeah. Yeah, but I didn't. I can't wait to tell these. I couldn't wait to tell these stories until Halloween.
I know you get impatient.
I do. I've been
Which is
sitting on these stories for a
considering you
minute.
ate.
Yeah, that's fair. I've been sitting on these stories for a minute, and I finally was like, you know what? Just going for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're good.
Yeah.
They're really good.
Really good stories. So good job, people.
Round of applause.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you have any announcements from last week?
I do have some updates.
Oh, that's what I meant. Updates.
Yes, updates.
My bad.
So, I'm gonna read this one first. It is from Goth Mommy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's from it.
Yeah, you remember it for sure.
I definitely remember these updates. Anyway, and sorry, I can't. Ow! Stop kicking me. Okay, all right. So
trees hate you.
So this one's from Goth Mommy,
mm-hmm.
and it's I sent the link. You know, hey, I read your episode on this week. I read your story on this week's episode. Give it a listen. And the response is, dude, I've played through it, and it is so awesome. I love you and your wife. What a good combo there.
Aww.
And hearing my story is so wild out loud. Need any more? Just holler.
Aw, so, that's awesome.
Very sweet. Thank you very much.
Didn't we have a comment on...
Yes.
Is that you're going to read that one too?
I was going to read that one. This next one is from somebody.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
This is the wall, the creature in the wall. What's the name of that story again? There's something in my walls. And the message is a great message, but the comments under the last episode just hilarious to me.
Okay.
And it's the message is it's like, yeah, it was great. Yeah, that brother is just the embodiment of my bad writing. To answer the question about the drywall, yes, I just fully didn't think about that. That made no sense. Loved that story, and I'm gonna jump to the comments real quick.
Yeah, because they commented on
yes,
on the
episode
Spotify,
and somebody
mm-hmm.
first comment was that second story was good, probably like the best. And that was somebody, so clearly
mm-hmm.
the writer.
Yes.
So
little biased.
Little biased
That's
on that
okay.
one.
I understand.
That's totally fine. Great story. And then a couple hours later, or probably the next day, his brother responded. It said, My little brother wrote the one with the monster in the walls, and I would never do something like that. What the hell, bro?
That's
Absolutely
funny.
hilarious.
That's hilarious. I think one of my favorite comments of all time
Hmm.
is the one where that creature was in the woods
Yeah.
and the author sent a message back and she said there's something effed up about laughing about people getting murdered in the woods.
Yeah.
But your wife in the background going, "Oh hell no! Oh hell no!" Just wait. However she wrote that it was just so amusing to me.
Yeah, that was that
That one just always sticks out in my head.
was a great one.
It's
Good story.
terrible.
Your reactions are hilarious, by the way.
Why are my reactions hilarious?
Because they're I mean they're honest reactions and they're in real
Yeah.
time. So I just think it's really funny.
Do other people not think that way?
I don't
Because
know.
I mean, if you hear a knocking at the door, you should not be going hello if you know no one's coming and you see that there's no one there. You don't also ask in the middle of a dark room, "Who's there?"
Yeah,
Do you want a response? Is that really what you want?
that is horror movie red flag 101.
Don't do that, moron.
Yeah, no.
Don't do that. That's how you get killed.
That's exactly how you get killed.
See, this is why I don't get killed because I don't go and participate in this tomfoolery. Absolutely not.
So okay. Yeah, that's great stories today.
Yes.
Great stories.
Anybody want to hear Adrian get uncomfortable for a second?
Go for it.
So, the oldest one is going to be 15 this year.
I don't want to talk about it.
And
I don't talk about it.
yeah, we're talking about it.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
It's not over. So, the oldest one is going to be 15 this year. And we've decided to give him a head start and actually start him on this so he has longer to do this. But he is currently studying for his learner's permit. And Adrian is not happy about it.
I'm not.
And what I love is the course that he has to take. The one that we've chosen. I say we. The one that you chose for him. He has to read it out loud because I make him read it out loud and he retains more for it. So he reads it and he's not quite sure what to do when it's in parentheses.
Mm-hmm.
So like he got to one part and it was in this last lesson and it was talking about how you can lose your learner's permit or your driver's license, and that's, drinking, drugs, listing all of these things. And then the last thing, it was like, also your parents can revoke their permission. And so he knew what revoked meant, but he didn't know what it meant because they were saying revocation.
Yeah.
And so he gets to that. I said, "Do you know what that means?" And he goes, "No." And I said, "That means that if dad just decides that you are not being responsible and you're not listening and you're not learning, he can just say no. And you cannot get your driver's license." He's like, "Oh." And then he looks and it's in parentheses. It says, "Please and thank you goes a long way." And he's like, "Got it."
That boy.
So he's really excited to learn how to drive. You are not excited for him to learn how to drive.
No.
No.
It's my.
And then the little one's going to be 10 this year, and he's so excited. He's like, "I'm so excited to be 10, Mom. I just can't wait. I just can't wait." I'm like, "Yeah, well, Dad can wait." He goes, "Yeah, it's okay." He doesn't care. He also can't wait to learn how to drive. But I'm like, "You've got a long way to go, buddy."
Okay.
So, yeah, there you go.
All right. Before we get out of here, let's go ahead and plug the other podcast.
Oh, you mean the Chills and Thrills podcast?
That's the one.
That's the one.
Yeah.
And that's the one where you guys talk about different movies. Usually you guys have done some horror movies or some creature features.
Yes.
Which are working on franchises right now, if I'm not mistaken.
We are. And right now we are on the Rocky franchise.
Yes. Great. And how is that going?
That's going fantastic. Because, I mean, those movies are just all in all just wonderful.
So if you like movies and you like to hear all of the behind-the-scenes trivia and everything in between, that's the place to be.
Boom, boom.
On all platforms?
Mm-hmm.
Including YouTube?
Including YouTube.
Oh my gosh, Connor, you are on point.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Love the host. Great guy.
If you listen to our podcast on YouTube, you will find a link to the Chills and Thrills podcast,
Boom.
either their most recently uploaded video on YouTube, or it'll take you directly to the channel. But you can also find him on Facebook at the Chills and Thrills podcast.
Yes.
And you can find us on Facebook as well.
What?
At the Make Me Believe podcast.
100% true.
And we're on all platforms and YouTube.
Yes, we are.
It's fascinating. I'm so excited. And episodes are released for both ours and the Chills and Thrills on Mondays.
100%.
Ba-doom.
Love it.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
All right, so are we ready to go now?
Yes, I am so tired.
Okay. So we're signing off.
We
Sayonara. Adios.
Yes, thank you everybody for listening. Pleasure having you. Please tune in next week.
Yeah.
For more scary stories.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else? Oh, hey.
I'm just gonna stare at you till you get your shit together.
Probably. I don't know what's going on anymore.
Because here's what I'm picturing. Here's
Okay.
what's gonna happen. You're gonna wake up at like whatever time you get up, and you're gonna have a text message from Luis, and he's gonna go, "Forgot to do this."
Yep.
So it's amusing because I have nothing to do with it. It's all you.
Mm-hmm.
So then you have to go, "Oh crap," and then you have to fix it if you can.
Okay. So, hey, Kaylin.
Yo.
Oh, damn. Do you believe?
No.
No.
Not even a little bit.
I thought these scary ones would get you.
Maybe next time.
All right. Well, there's still hope. Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.